I'm Katie.
I'm Tiffany, and we talk hair.
Alex, your hair transplant is this week. Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Yeah?
Yeah, lots of nerves running around. I don't really have any nerves about what it's going to look like or anything. It's just like the newness of it. I think it's just that build up, but it's more excitement than nerves.
And the
really.
process is probably, I don't know, I feel like I would be a little nervous about just the process of having a transplant. Do you feel that way?
I do feel a little bit. I was actually talking about it this morning with someone, and I told them, I said, I think I'm probably weird because a lot of people, I think, probably get this hair transplant and they're like just ready to see that hair.
Right.
I'm so excited to see the process.
Aww.
Just because I know we're going to be like documenting, and I want to take like real good care of it. So I'm just excited to like watch it grow like through the stages.
That's so fun.
I just think that's, I guess, like the nerdy part of me is excited about it.
Well, and it's that side of you that you get to sit on this side of it. So you've seen so much the process from other people, but only glimpses of it, like only the next day and 10 days down the road. So now you get to actually experience it for yourself, which will give you a whole nother perspective when talking to patients. So
since you've seen it happen on the, watching patients have it done and that side of things, what part do you feel like you're most excited to see? Like, right after the recovery, or like 6 months down the road, or like what are you most excited for?
I'm excited for the 6 month mark.
Yeah.
Just because like that's when you can really start seeing like a lot of the excitement on a lot of patients' faces.
So true.
They hit that 6 month mark and like it's not even done yet and they're already so excited. So I think like 6 months is nothing. Like half of this year is already gone.
I know.
So
Christmas.
I'm gonna be so happy.
Oh my gosh. What is your family gonna think at Christmas?
I don't know. I'm actually very nervous.
Are you?
Leave this in or not, but I haven't even told them that I'm doing this.
I was literally about to ask you. Oh my God.
They're gonna die.
Yes.
Are you just surprising them?
I think so. It's really probably pretty rare for me to see them from this point of the year till holidays anyways.
Okay.
So I think I'm just going to kind of let it ride a little bit. I'll tell them I had it done, but I'm probably going to get it done and then tell my family about it.
That is so funny. They're not going to know what to think.
No. I mean, they knew it was coming.
Right.
We've had the conversation multiple times, but they don't know what's happening now.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
How long? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah. How long have you been thinking about it? I know it's one of the things that you told me when like you first started working here, but obviously it was probably a little bit before that.
Oh, definitely. I would say I did minimal research back before 2020.
Okay.
So this has been something that's been in my head probably since I was early 20s, like 23, 24. And then I just started wearing hats. And then as it receded a little more, it was like, okay, well, I guess like hats is where I'm at now. And then I did a little research. I wasn't sold, honestly, just not in the fact that I didn't think it was possible, but in the fact that like I just didn't think that normal people got hair transplants.
Right. No, really, it's like a
big
common misconception. Yeah.
I thought it was more of like a celebrity, you have like an image thing going on,
Right.
like type job, and I just always thought that that's what this was for. I didn't think it was for regular people.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah, so then I got here and I've learned so much more about it. I feel way more comfortable with it than I used to. It doesn't feel like, when you think of surgeries, you think like, oh my gosh, like they're gonna have to put me to sleep. It's gonna be like this whole ordeal. It's gonna be insanely expensive. And like, it really isn't crazy.
Right.
It is something that everyone could do.
That's so cool.
Made it more real for me.
Yeah. I'm so excited. It's so funny because working in the industry, or I guess prior to working in the industry, it is a common misconception that like not everybody does it, or maybe it's not accessible to just like the everyday person, but really there's probably more people out there that have transplants that people don't even realize have them. Do you know what I mean?
So many people. We've had people come into the office that like for their checkup, and if they weren't here for a checkup, if I just saw them out, I would have never known that they had anything done.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of like people floating around out there with this that just aren't talking about it as much as they should.
What do you think like took you from whatever hesitancies you had to being like, okay, I'm ready to do this?
I became a lot more comfortable with it. I also gained like some confidence in myself, just kind of being here, living my regular life, I would say I got really comfortable. Like, I started working here. I got to know you all. I knew that it wasn't just like a sales thing anymore, which I think is something that a lot of people probably struggle with, because when you think of salespeople, you're like, these are people who are just pushing something on me.
Right.
And that's never once the vibe I've felt in this place.
Right.
It's very consultative. Like, you all aren't forcing surgery on everyone. You're telling them what you think the best options are. And I think that's why I'm more comfortable with it now. I'm like, they wouldn't tell me, like, oh, get this, if it wasn't something that I could use.
Yeah.
And I've never once, like, felt pressured. So I think that helped a lot. I also really getting to see results in person has helped a lot.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, sometimes on the internet you're like, is this real or not? But getting to see it like face to face every single day really eased my mind.
I think even as a consultant, when I see like a 6-month follow-up and see somebody who is, their perspective has changed, their confidence is bigger, it is still exciting. It doesn't matter how long I've done this. I'm sure you can say the same thing.
Yeah.
You just like, we go to each other and we're like, oh my gosh, look at this result. And it's like, it's like you kind of expect it, but like even when you see it, you're just like, you're still really excited about it. So I'm excited for you, just because not only working with you is great, but like I do consider you like a friend. And again, this is something that I'm like, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Because
it's good. She texted me about it this weekend.
I'm just excited.
Yeah.
I love it.
You're gonna look so good.
Thank you.
What, you know, at the end of the day, and your hair, you have your hair back, and you're just like feeling your best self. What are you most excited to do?
I don't like going to restaurants because I don't believe you're supposed to wear a hat at a table.
Right.
So I don't go out to eat that often.
Oh my God. You told me that last week that you were not a restaurant person. Is that why?
Yeah. Because I just think it's so disrespectful to have your hat on in a restaurant or at a table.
Yeah.
And like, even my family will bring it up because if we go places, I wear a hat.
Yeah.
And like on vacation this year, everywhere we went, my mom was like, you're going to wear a hat at the table today. And I was like, nope. And I'd take it off. And I would always feel so insecure for that whole dinner.
Oh my God.
Because I'm like, everyone walking past my table is staring at my hair right now. Not even just like recession, like, oh, I didn't fix it because I didn't plan on anyone seeing my head today. Like, so I'm just excited to be able to like get ready to leave the house and not have to worry about whether or not I have a hat in my car or not.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like that sense of like peace. Like you don't have to stress or remember that extra thing. Like you can just go out and not have to worry about it.
Yes. I'm really excited.
So excited. And you go to the beach with no hat.
With no hat.
And the wind can
beautiful.
just blow it.
Yep. Being like family pictures, just blowing in the background.
I'm so excited. What do you think, because you have some brothers, what do you think your brothers are going to say?
I'll probably get made fun of a little bit just because that's who my family is.
Little healthy comedy there.
Yeah. They'll rib me a little bit, but honestly, I think once they see it, they're going to like it.
Yeah, they'll probably be jealous.
I was going to say, they're going to be jealous.
Because we all look alike. So we all have the same hair. So I don't know. I'm hoping maybe like once they see it, maybe they'll get like a little itch to go for it as well.
I was wondering, I see that happen in consultation all the time where like one friend or one brother or one cousin gets it done and then the other men in their lives are like, oh, I think I could probably do it now that they've done it. So
it's once again becoming one of those things where I think a lot of people just don't think that it's an option for everybody.
Right.
And it really is. Like in my hometown growing up, you'd never heard of people getting a hair transplant or really a whole lot of cosmetic surgery anyways.
Yeah.
And then when you come to like a larger city, you're like, this is actually just kind of a way of life. Like people take care of themselves, they build that confidence, and it's not like a vanity thing either. It's you know, like this affects you in your daily life. Why not take care of it? If you would take care of any other part of your body to make sure you felt better, why wouldn't you take care of this to make sure you feel better?
Yeah.
That was so good.
So beautiful.
I mean, that's so true, though. You know, you think about people go to the gym, they get their teeth whitened, they, you know, do all these things, but if you don't go somewhere about your hair, like, you can't just fix it at home. So, you know, it's just kind of an extension of your normal, everyday, you know, upkeep in life.
I think you and I talked about this last week. I always said a hair transplant, if I was ever going to have any type of cosmetic surgery or anything, a hair transplant would be what I would do because it's the only thing I can't fix myself. Like I can't go to the gym and get more hair. I can't change my diet and suddenly have a different hairline. Like just gonna have to take care of it.
Yeah. Obviously we're gonna add more hair, have your hairline back, things will be great. Are you gonna continue to do like laser therapy and minoxidil and any of those maintenance things?
100%.
He's like, absolutely done.
You wouldn't get your teeth whitened and not brush your teeth.
Well, that's a good way to look at it.
Alex here, just with the lingo, like all the things.
I'm really good at convincing myself to do things by making it as easy as possible.
You have all of us here to hold you accountable,
But I was nervous about that, though. I think I've mentioned, like, I have the easiest skincare routine because I'm not going to keep up with something that's difficult.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing, like, keeping up with my hair isn't difficult. It's literally the products I use every day, the laser therapy 2 to 3 times a week, just maintenance.
Yeah.
And if you're going to go through the process of a surgery, why not maintain it?
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like, why would you buy a car without insurance?
100%.
We're just rattling them all.
It's absolutely great.
Oh my gosh. Is there any specific part of the process that you're just nervous about?
I would say I'm probably the most nervous about like the first week of aftercare.
Right.
I think that's probably the most nerves I have. There's a little nerves like just thinking about the procedure.
Yeah.
But I've got a pretty good pain tolerance, so I'm not like too nervous about pain or anything.
Well, you'll be numb, so that's
right. Not just going in.
You're not just going in, no.
Well, good. I think the aftercare is what I'm most nervous about, just because it is it's going to be such a sensitive area. I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right.
Yeah.
But I think like the care instructions, and obviously I'm here with you all, so I think I'll be okay.
We'll take care of it.
We got you.
I'm excited to talk to you the first couple of days after, just kind of see how you're feeling and how it's going. Most people, the thing that's really hard for them is sleeping elevated to avoid the swelling, and it's not really pain, which is great. I mean, I would rather not sleep great than be in pain. But I'm excited to see like what you do to make it easier, more tolerable, or more enjoyable. I mean, you get to just kind of like hang out and watch movies and eat good food, and it's a good excuse to be lazy for a couple of days. So
very excited about it. I actually went in and made like some changes to like the support in my bed already, just to make sure like my back feels better.
I love that.
Just
You're
to
like,
make sure
I'm practicing my sleep.
And like I've already like planned the pillows. Rand's probably done with me at home.
That's so funny.
But I was like, we have a recliner, and I was like, actually, I just don't feel like sleeping in the living room. I think I'm just gonna stack the bed the way I want it.
That's great. Honestly, whatever you can do to make it comfortable.
Yeah, and for anyone, I would highly recommend doing it before your procedure, so you don't have to think about it when you go home.
That's so funny.
Be ready.
Are you gonna like Uber eat some food and hang out?
100%.
100%.
We like picture Netflix binges or.
So yesterday I started adding random movies and TV shows
He's getting
to my watch list.
I knew it.
This is gonna be the best weekend. I'm gonna have a hair transplant and chill. That's all I'm gonna do.
Hair transplant and chill.
Are you gonna keep the dog and the cats away from your face, your hair? I know that Cowboy likes to lay behind your neck.
So my dog likes to lay right here and then like hang out with me as we watch TV. So this weekend I was told that I'm not allowed to let him do it this week to like preparing for it.
That's smart.
Yeah, it was really difficult though.
Oh, poor Bubby.
He's confused.
He hated it. We both did. But no,
just give me a couple weeks.
I think we'll be okay. It's really just gonna kind of like staying on them, like having like the cats. I think will be like curious, but like I'm way more concerned about the puppy just needing to be here all the time.
Well, we're really excited for you. We can't wait to watch the journey. We're gonna document all the things basically from here, throughout the next year. So stay tuned because we're gonna have lots of videos and pictures of the entire progress. We'll interview Alex a lot to see how he's feeling. And we're just excited, so stay tuned. Guys, I'm Katie.
I'm Tiffany. We talk hair.